Hey everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. Today I have a traditional Blu-ray haul for you guys, but the theme of today's video is eBay. So everything I'm going to share with you guys are items I picked up off of eBay over the past, few months here, I guess. I have one more stack of eBay items over there, but that's going to be DVDs and VHS tapes that I'll share with you guys in a later video. I do have a couple more that I'm waiting to come in because even though I always think I'm done, eBay just ropes me back in because there's something else that I realize I need to have that. So here we are. But anyway, I have, I don't even know, maybe around a dozen, maybe a little less or so, Blu-rays to share today. So let's not waste any time at all. Let's dive right into my recent eBay Blu-ray haul. So I'll start off with a couple of family films, and I'll show these two together because they are part of the same series. But I realized that while I owned one of these movies on DVD, I didn't have it on Blu-ray, and I wanted to make the upgrade. So I grabbed Lion King 1.5 on Blu-ray. So you can see this one actually has a slipcover with it, but it doesn't hold it very well because it's not made for Blu-rays. This is actually my old DVD case slipcover, but I thought it was pretty cool because it opens up. So I decided to hold on to it. Again, not perfect, but, you know, a little huxtamization there just to include the slipcover. And I wish it was a little bit thicker, the case, but it is what it is. I could probably do something to fix that, but I haven't. But anyway, yeah, so I grabbed Lion King 1.5. I really like this movie. There's such a catchy song in there, right at the beginning with the oh my gosh, with Timon's family. I forget what they're called, but yeah. So really like that one. And then because I had Lion King 1.5, I of course had to get Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. So this is one that I know I've seen it because the character names in here are ones that my wife really liked. And she always said, oh, I want to name my kid that. We didn't go that route, but she really likes the names in here. But it's been a long time since I've seen this one. So yeah, very happy to have both of these in the collection. I'm a big fan of Lion King 1.5. Lion King 2, I need to revisit it because it's been a long time. So yeah, I had to grab both of them. You know what I actually did? I think is it Lion King 1.5? One of these is called Lion King 3 in the UK. I'm an idiot. I thought, oh, well, I need Lion King 3 also, so I ended up buying it and then realized after the fact that it was the exact same movie. Fortunately, it was super cheap and I'm just able to resell it back on eBay. So the amount of money I lost is negligible, but still, so it's such a stupid mistake. I think it has to be Lion King 1.5. That's called Lion King 3 over there. But anyway, regardless, I grabbed Lion King 1.5 and Lion King 2 on Blu-ray. Oh, this next one is actually related to my Summer of Bond that I was attempting to work my way through. And you know what? I'm not going to call that a failure because I've watched now 3 James Bond films and I loved all of them. And I ended up reading another James Bond book. So that's successful to me. Did I get through all, 9 movies I was trying to get through over the summer? Nope, I didn't. And we are now, as I'm filming, like the 3rd or 4th day of fall. So I didn't get through everything, but that's okay. I just wanted to start watching some James Bond films, and I did that, and I'm very happy with that. That said, even though it is the Summer of Bond, I plan on continuing that. I've actually started filming another vlog, so you should hopefully see a couple more or a few more James Bond reviews here in the coming month, weeks, whatever it's going to be. But one of the James Bond films I was hoping to watch over the summer that I didn't have was Casino Royale. Now, of course, this is not the Daniel Craig Casino Royale, the reboot. This one is the non-Eon produced Casino Royale. And this has, who's James Bond in this one? Peter Sellers stars in this one. Orson Welles is in this as well. And Woody Allen. I genuinely didn't know that until I was reading that right here, but it literally says it right on the front here. But anyway, I didn't pay attention to that. So yeah, this was one that I just didn't have it, so I had to pick it up. And you might see this again when I talk about my VHS pickups from eBay, because I may have grabbed it there also. But yeah, very cool to have this one in the collection now, one that I needed since I didn't own it. So yeah, very happy to have Casino Royale in the collection. Another vlog that I started filming but never ended up doing anything with, I was trying to do a silent films vlog because of this one here. This is called The Penalty with Lon Chaney, and I will shout out Damn Fool Idealistic Crusade because he reviewed this one on his channel and he made it sound fascinating. So that's the reason I wanted to grab this. I know Lon Chaney Jr., of course, but I've never seen anything with Lon Chaney Sr., so definitely wanted to check this one out, and I've heard this one is great. It has a really cool slipcase with it, which looks really nice, so I thought that was awesome. But yeah, so I'm going to watch this at some point, and maybe I will continue that vlog. I'd have to restart it because I had hair at that point, so it'll just look awkward. But anyway, Lon Chaney in The Penalty. I gotta shout out my buddy John over at PlatX2. Unfortunately, he is no longer doing YouTube videos, at least as of filming here, but he's still on Instagram and he's still an amazing guy. Anyway, he recommended this one in one of his videos a while back, and somebody else, and then I think at that point I was doing some research on something and I came across this again and I remembered that John recommended it, so I ended up just buying it because I could never find it in stores. But this is 99 Homes with Michael Shannon and Andrew Garfield, both excellent actors. So really looking forward to checking this one out. I believe this one is related to the Great Recession of the mid-2000s, I guess, when the housing market collapsed and the banks had their issues and everything. This is what that's tied to. So very intrigued to check this one out and see what it's all about. Another I Watched 3 vlog potential with Big Short, and there was one other one that I was thinking about doing with this, but I can't remember offhand. But yeah, so 99 Homes is supposed to be great. Cannot wait to watch this one. This is 99 Homes. All right, I have to do another shout out, this time to Tim over at Tim Talks Talkies. He talked about how he picked up The Wall recently. Now, he was able to find a steelbook release of this one, and that's what he grabbed off of eBay, but I couldn't find it on eBay. Like, I don't think I could find it, period, let alone at a good price. So I decided just to grab this. It was super cheap, like $5 or $6 with shipping included. So very good price on it. Really want to see it. I didn't realize until recently John Cena is in this one. So there he is right on the back there. So of course I have to check this one out now because Cena's in it. So that's just awesome. But yeah, I have to watch this. I've heard great things, so very excited to check it out. This is The Wall. This is a random film that I decided to grab, and I actually own the original thanks to the Criterion Collection. I grabbed that one within the last year or two here, but I saw the remake to this first because I saw this one when it was brand new in theaters in, like 2003? Somewhere around there. I don't remember loving this, but I remember liking it. This is Flight of the Phoenix. So this has an excellent cast with it, starring Dennis Quaid, of course, and it is, these group of people end up on a flight that goes down in the desert, and they're trying to survive. I believe the original is probably going to be better by all accounts, but I remember enjoying this one, at least to a certain degree, so I figured, you know what, I've been wanting to rewatch that recently for some reason, and Hugh Laurie is in this. I totally forgot about that. But anyway, yeah, because I wanted to revisit it, I didn't think I didn't find it streaming, if I'm remembering right, so that's why I decided just to grab the Blu-ray for cheap. So excited to see if this one holds up, and maybe I'll like it better on a second viewing. We have Flight of the Phoenix. So I have 4 more left today, and all 4 of these happen to be horror movies. So the first one here is actually brand new, and I can't remember who talked about this, but for some reason I want to say it was Brian, the horror punk, but that could be wrong. But this is Initiation. Now, I don't know that the person who talked about this loved it, but when they talked about it, it sounded very interesting to me. So that's why I decided to grab this one. Now, of course, I haven't watched it yet, but I definitely hope to this holiday season here as we enter the spooky season. But yeah, this is a slasher film, if I remember correctly, and it takes place at a college. So, I mean, that sounds right up my alley. I'm probably going to enjoy it at least a little bit. So I grabbed Initiation. Have you guys seen Five Nights at Freddy's? Because I watched it when it was new, when it hit streaming, and I thought it was a decent movie, but I just don't know who the target audience is for that one, because the video games, I feel like they target more of a tween audience, like a young adult audience, whereas the movie itself was kind of a mixture between young adult and adult. Very odd. And so I didn't love it. But I've heard really good things about this one, which is very similar, and another one that was kind of inspired by Five Nights. This is Nicolas Cage in Willy's Wonderland. So I had to grab this one. I can't remember, again, somebody talked about it, and I don't remember who it was, but once they mentioned it, I remembered, that's right, I really want to see that movie, and I couldn't find it streaming, so I grabbed the Blu-ray. Honestly, for this one, not terribly cheap. I don't know that it's super easy to come by, so so I want to say this one was closer to $10, $15, where most everything else I buy is under 10. But yeah, so I'm excited to see it. The trailer for this looks amazing because it happened to play before one random movie I was watching the other day. It was playing, and it just looks really cool. So Nicolas Cage is amazing. I'm sure this one is going to be a lot of fun. A lot of people say that this is better than Five Nights, so excited to see it. This is Willy's Wonderland. I forgot, I need to change the case out on this next one, but I mentioned this recently because I picked up the original on Steelbook thanks to those Bloody Disgusting Steelbooks at Walmart, but I realized I didn't own the second one at all. So, of course, I had to pick up Wolf Creek 2. This is another one that was a really good price. I thought this would be a little bit more expensive just because, like I said, I never see this out in the wild, but another one that was under $10, so wanted to grab it. Have not seen this one. I love the original though, so we'll see how this one is. I think it's a different actor playing our main character on this as well. But another thing I haven't seen is the TV series. Have you guys ever checked that out? I've never really heard anything about it, but in that one, I want to say that one is more of an anthology show, actually, than like a one single story told over multiple episodes. But if you know, correct me down below. And if it's worth watching, let me know that also. But anyway, we have Wolf Creek 2. This next one is actually a Scream Factory title that I'd never really heard of before, but once I've discovered that it was directed by Sean S. Cunningham, of course, of Friday the 13th fame, I really wanted to grab it. And again, I paid a little bit more for this than some of these other ones, but it's Scream Factory, it feels worth it. This is A Stranger Is Watching. So I guess this one came out after Friday the 13th, of course, but it's about a killer that's like in underground, underneath Grand Central Station or something. I don't know. Sounds very interesting. It's a slasher film set in New York, and it's Sean S. Cunningham. Now, I know he's done plenty of other films, but I don't know that I've ever actually seen much from him outside of Friday the 13th. So I don't know. We'll see if this is any good or not. Again, a little bit pricier, but I really wanted to get it. This one doesn't have reversible cover art, but it does have a nice image on the inside. So just looks nice. And another one where I need to replace the case because the top doesn't clamp. But fortunately, I have a ton of extras, so I can easily do that. I just haven't done it yet. But anyway, last but not least today is a Sean S. Cunningham film. This is A Stranger Is Watching. All right, so one shy of a dozen today, but some really interesting titles, at least I think so. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Is there anything in here that you think is like A+ that I need to put at the top of the list, or anything that you think is just not worth my time? Let me know about that down in the comments as well. Any and all thoughts down there are always appreciated, so thank you so much for that support. I feel like today's video was a bit rambly, but hopefully you guys didn't mind. But that said, thank you so much for checking out this video. Before you go, I will just encourage you all to consume some media today. Thanks again for watching, and I will catch you all next time.